Hi everyone, and welcome to Killin, a beautiful village that I absolutely love coming to. Now I'm off out in a solo wild camp tonight on a hill that I've already been up. I did this on the summer solstice last year and it's now January, and I thought it would be quite a nice hill to start off again after being away for a couple of months, just to test my hill walking fitness. But it's just a beautiful day, clear skies, there's not too much snow on the summits, which is quite weird for January anyway. And the last time I was actually here I had poor visibility. I have actually been up here since my trip in June, so it is good to see some views again. Something that I've not had a lot in the hills recently. So anyway guys, I'm about 100 metres, there's another 400 metres to go. I've got to go for this little woodland bit next and then we're on the hill. But yeah, it's great to be back. Let's go. Oh wow, it's been quite a tough walk to be honest. The weight of the pack is definitely holding me back. But the good news is I'm only 50 metres from the summit and I can actually see the first cairn that you come across at the moment. I'm only about a minute or two from it. But the good thing about coming up a hill on a clear day is the views do motivate you, it has to be said. But with only 50 metres to go to the summit, yeah, I'm just going to get my head down now and get to the summit. I have a rough idea where I want to camp, so I'll see you when I get up there. Not far to go now. Well folks, that's the summit of this hill done once again. Clachan, and this is probably my favourite hill to climb in Scotland. It's around 500 metres, because although it's such a simple hill to climb, the views are just stunning up here. So I have a lot of time on my hands. The sun is still quite high up in the sky to be fair, so it must be quite a while until sunset. So I am going to have a wee wander about the hill. That wind has died down a little bit as well. It was quite strong further down, but to be fair it did keep me quite cool because I was heating up quite a fair bit there. But it has died down now and it's just so clear up here. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a wee look, see if I can find somewhere different to pitch the tent, somewhere with short grass ideally and flat. But if not, I'll head back down to the same bit that I camped back in June. Right, let's have a little wander about. Oh, it's a big cairn that. Some size. Well folks, I've spent about 10-15 minutes looking for a flat bit of grass with a nice view over Loch Tay and Killin. It's just not happening for me to be honest. If it was summer I probably would have camped at the other side of the hill, because the views over towards Muir Nantamachan and Muir Gurdy, which is two Munros, just amazing but unfortunately with it being dark, still fairly early, considering it's still January, you're not going to see them when it's dark, are you? So I'd rather have a view over Killin when it's all lit up at night. It does mean I'll hear cars and whatever's going on down there, because I'm not too high up to be fair, but that's fine. I'm just going to settle with this bit of grass here, like I did back in June. So, time to get this heavy backpack off. Oh, It's always a good feeling that. And yeah, it's time to get some of my gear out, especially the tent. Right, here we go. Well, that's the tent all set up for tonight, all guyed out, good to go. Just need to set up everything inside the tent. Now normally I actually show you everything when it's all set up, but I'm actually going to show you it before I start setting up my sleeping setup, just to show you the pack size. So last week when I went to the Villa Forest, I went on about my new pillow, and it's quite bulky. It's not the best pack size, and yeah, it's one of the most comfortable pillows you'll use, but it does take up a lot more space than, you know, your sort of standard blow up pillow that you use with your breath. But it is very comfy, so it is good for the winter, but I probably won't use it in the summer. Now this is my other winter sleeping bag from Simmond. I got this from Decathlon a couple of years ago, and it's got a -9 comfort rating, so it's good when it's going down to about -1 or 2, a bit like tonight. If it goes below -5, that's when maybe the Rabicent would come out. But this has got a really good pack size for a winter sleeping bag. Very, very good. Now, I always use one of these sort of reflective mats. You can get them very cheap off Amazon. And then I've also got my Feminist Neowear X-Firm, and that's the pack size for this. Very, very good for a winter mat. But my Feminist Neowear Uberlight is about half the size, so roughly what there, roughly. So I'm going to get all this set up. The sun has went down behind Glencoe and Stob Binnein tonight. It's in the cloudlet actually, those two Munros. So yeah, I'll get everything set up, and then yeah, if I've got a bit of daylight I'll have a wee wander about in the summit, maybe, we'll see. Well folks, I've left my tent behind. I'm heading back up to one of the summit cairns anyway. I tell you what, it's much easier climbing hills without 17 kilogram backpacks on your shoulder, that's for sure. It's much quicker. I am actually thinking of doing a day trip on Sunday up Ben Hornsey, so I don't know. If the weather's as nice as it is at the moment, or today in general, then I might, I don't know. But I don't know what's happened, but the motivation's back just to get out camping again. I did lose it last month, to be fair. Never camped at any point in December. I think that's the first time I've missed a month in probably a year, probably since COVID anyway, so yeah, I would say March last year then. So it just shows you. But I'm just glad I'm getting a bit of motivation back now. Right, there's the cairn. Let's get up here and enjoy the views before it gets dark. Well, I'll tell you what, the views are absolutely stunning up here. I love them. Now, behind me, just at the left of the cairn, you've got the Tamakin Ridge, and then behind that you've got the Ben Lawers Range. And at the moment, Muir Corniac is in the cloud just to the left of Ben Glass. Directly in front of me you've got Muir Goody, and I've not climbed that Munro yet. But yeah, that just gives you a rough idea of the surrounding Munros and hills here. You've also got Loch Tay, which just looks absolutely beautiful from this hill. It's by far the best view of Loch Tay from anywhere up here, I would say. That wind is really strong. Hopefully you can hear me okay. So it's just gone 6 PM now, and I think it's time to try this meal from Real Turmit. So I've never had one of these before, looking forward to it. They're fairly lightweight, and I'm just hoping they taste good. That's the main thing, to be honest. I don't mind carrying Wayfarer meals that weigh 300 grams if they taste good, so it's not really the weight I'm concerned about, to be honest, it's actually the taste. But I've heard good things about them, to be fair. So cooking with the jet boil as always, so let's get on with it. Alright folks, so that's me added some water to my real turnip meal. I'm really looking forward to trying this. Apparently you have to wait 8 minutes, reseal it, and then just wait 8 minutes. But I'm just going to give it a quick stir in the next minute. Really looking forward to trying that. Now the wind's picked up again, unfortunately. It just comes and goes. Seems to be, it just knows when I've got the tripod up. It's trying to blow the tripod over, but yeah, I'll check the temperature right now. If I can just about make out what it's saying here. So it's currently 3 degrees, which is actually warmer than I thought, to be honest. But the wind chill must be in the minus temperatures, to be honest. So yeah, I will report back once I have this. I'm looking forward to trying it. So my first impressions of the real turnip meal is, to be honest with you, not very, I don't know what to say about them, to be honest. I just prefer summit to eat meals, if I'm honest with you. I just think the price of these are a bit ridiculous in my opinion, based on what I've just had. They're really light and compact, but as I said, I would rather carry that, which is 300 grams, but at least you're getting a decent meal. To be honest, I just prefer Summit to eat, Wayfarer and Expedition meals. I won't be having them again, if I'm honest. Don't care how light they are, I don't care how compact they are. If I'm going to have a meal that doesn't taste the way I like it, then I don't see the point in getting them again. But if you've had these, then yeah, do you like them? Let me know. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's had them. But to be honest, I don't know, I like it, but I just prefer Summit to eating all them. So yeah, that's my first impressions, and I won't be trying them again, to be honest. Right, rant over. Don't want to get all negative. Well folks, that's it, 10 PM now, and I have to say it's been quite a quick evening. The wind, well, it got a little bit bad about 9 PM, but it's been okay the last hour. To be fair, it does sound a lot worse inside the tent than what it actually is. I've had a lot worse than this, to be honest. But I think it's to go up to about 20 miles per hour throughout the night, so I might put the earplugs in. But yeah, that's me done for the evening. At least it's still a clear night out there. It's not too cold. I think it's about 1 or 2 degrees, to be honest. But yeah, condensation will be an issue, I think. But anyway guys, I'll see you all in the morning. I'm going to stop talking. So it was quite a warm sleep last night, I have to say. Sleeping bag in the mat done its job again. Unfortunately I got a lot of condensation on the inner, especially the fly sheet of this tent. But I always find if I lie down at this side of the tent, the non-pocket side of the Hillberg Soulo, I get more condensation, and the reason for that is the door with the mesh panel on it is at the opposite side, so it's easier to control condensation if you're lying down at that side. But just with the way the ground was, the only way I was going to get an even mat for my sleep was to have it positioned at this side of the tent, unfortunately. But yeah, you can get over that. You just have to deal with condensation. It's something you get used to after a while. But yeah, I'm letting my GoPro batteries charge up now for 20 minutes. But yeah, I'm going to definitely start packing away now, like, because it is pretty bright out there now. Like, it must be about 5 to 8 o'clock now. So Yep, time to get out this sleeping bag. It's always the hardest bit of the camp, especially when the weather's windy and cold. Right, let's do this. I'll have to say the views are absolutely stunning this morning. All of the clouds that are sort of level with me are on the hills opposite me, which is good, so I'm still getting some views. But it does look a wee bit dodgy over towards Binnein and Stob Binnein. Looks like the clouds are slowly coming towards me, so I might actually end up in the cloud. But yeah, it's time to start packing now, 100%. Yeah, I'll be getting the tent down within the next 20 minutes because I need to be home for lunch. So it's just one of these places I don't want to leave. I can't believe how quick this camp's went. It's went really quick. Well folks, I have to say the weather's actually turning on me now. Yeah, it's not looking good to my right. I'm actually considering it might actually piss down, to be honest, and the wind's picking up, so thankfully everything in the tent's packed away. I just need to get the tent down, but yeah, I'm just going to get going. I don't really want to have to put the waterproofs on. I certainly don't want my gear getting wet, so yeah, I need to get a move on, so I'll see you when I get the tent down. It's important when you're packing your tent down in the wind, you keep it pegged down as much as you can until it drops down. Trying to beat this cloud that's coming over to me now. Taking the poles out of this tent's fairly simple. You just pull it back out the sleeve and you put it in, just gently. Once you get the poles out, it's fairly simple because the tent should be flat on the ground. To be fair, the wind's not that bad, it's just good practice for the windier mornings. But a slight gust of wind and your tent could still blow away in this, so just got to be careful. Well folks, that's the tent, ready to go in the backpack now. Thankfully, I beat the rain, so still need to dry the tent because of the condensation, but at least it's not going to be completely drenched out. And it'll be time to walk back down to Loch Tay and Killin. I'm surprised I'm missing out on the Clagda now. It's still clear views for me, but I'm hanging in there like. Well folks, I'm making steady progress off this hill now, and I have to say I really enjoyed that camp last night, and even though the weather's not the best this morning and the cloud has dropped, I'm quite fortunate that one of the only hills that's out the cloud is the one I'm on. So I'm still getting some nice views on the descent back down to the car of Loch Tay. So anyway guys, I'm going to wrap the video up right here, so I hope you have enjoyed it. Feel free to support the video by clicking on that like button. And if you're new to the channel and you want to support the channel, then feel free to subscribe. But if not, thank you for watching anyway, and as always, until the next adventure, take care of yourselves. Bye for now, and we'll be back down this hill, back to the car.